implement an array, first I am showing you how to implement the single dimension array by getting all the values together, not separated, okay, and after that I will change the particular array to 2 dimension and 3 dimension, okay. How many dimensions you are using, accordingly you will use the number of loops, okay. So now, like I am taking an array of integer type and the array name ARR, size I am taking 10 and directly I am initializing the value to it. So to initialize the value we use the curly bracket. After that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have initialized here 10 values, okay. First value index is what? 0. Second index 1, 2, 3, like that. The last one is 9, okay. This is the initialization of array. We have given the values here, so that is called initialization of an array. Declare and initialization both together. Declaration and initialization. Initialization means input the values. So we have initialized the values here. After that you want to access the values, so we will use traversing. What we use? Traversing of an array. Traversing of an array. For traversing we will use loop, because we have more locations. We will not take the value from each location like this. We will use a loop and we will just minimize the complexity of the source code. We will optimize the source code. We will not write a more source code for the same thing. Loop is a wonderful technique to repetition of the same type of job, okay. Here our job is to get the data from the list, from the array. So this particular job will be done with the help of loop in a repeating manner. How many times you want? So we want here 10 times, so we will use loop. We will take here one integer type variable, it's a counter, so it starts from 0 and then we will take less than 10, then increase by 1. So see out. First is, if you want to make a format, so we can do like this. What is the name of array? We will take here. It is only formatting. Technically it is not working. This is the way of only showing the data in which format. Here the I will come, then we will close square bracket and then we will write here the value. So value from where it comes? It is coming from ARR array variable, and the location we have taken I. So each value will be coming from here. So this is the particular source code. We can see here, this is the library file, as we know, the namespace and the main body. Inside the main body we have declared one array, and after that the traversing of an array. Traversing means data to be taken from the array, and traversing means each location to be care about to get the value from the array. Okay, traversing is not like that, only to take the output. If we want to give the input also, we will use traversing. I will just show you after this. So first we are just using here the data all together. In the last example, we are taking data separately. We have given data for each location separately. ARR 0, 1, ARR 1, 2. It is also a way of input the values, initialize the values to the array. Okay, it is one way. The second way is we are just taking directly all data together in one list. Okay, here we are not writing ARR1, ARR2, ARR0 is like that. Here automatically your system will continue with the first data ARR0, second data ARR1, third data ARR2, last value ARR9. Okay, so now you see you can see here you receive all the data from the array. Okay, this is single dimension array. I have given you two ways of initializing the values. One way is like this, and another way we discussed in the last class, another way to give the values like this. Okay, so this is the particular only to initialize the values. Now we want to take initialization by the help of the keyboard. If I want to get the value by the keyboard, how can we do this? We will use same traversing. One traversing we will use for output, one traversing we will use for input. Okay, so here we are using for input. So for input what we will do, for we will take the loop, it is only a counter. Don't be confused if I am taking another time I. You can take j, you can take k, anything, because the I variable whatever I am taking in two loops, for one loop is different, another loop is different. It is working on the local to the block. So don't be confused in this manner. If I am taking a same variable name, it will not make any harm to the program. Okay, so here the scope of this I is only for input, the next I is only for output. So I less than 10 and I plus plus. Here we want to get the value from the user. So what we need to do it, first is array where we need to get the value, array I, and then what we'll do, we'll do cin. Okay, and next is this is the traversing for input, this is the traversing for output. Okay, so this is for input and this is for output. So now it is asking for values. Okay, so it is better to show to the user enter 10 values for an array, and here do one thing. This is seen for getting input. Okay, this is only to show the content on the screen, because sometimes on projector. So the first value, it is asking for second value, third value, fourth value, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10. Okay, 10 values we input. This is the output and this is the input. So we can understand here, I have given you 3 different ideas: 4 separate values, 4 continuous values, and to get the values from the keyboard. So we have 3 different ways to input the values to the array. So this is the way of just taking input from the keyboard and then show the output to the keyboard, to the screen, to a display screen. Okay, now we want to make it 2 dimension. How can we make this 2 dimension?
2 size.
2 square brackets. Okay, so like 2 and another square bracket like 3. We will make it 2 dimension. If I am making it 2 dimension, I need to make 2 loops, one for row, one for column. Okay, so what is the size of row? The row size is 2, so it will start from 0 to 2. Okay, it is a outer loop, and you can say row loop. I am taking another loop for int j starts from 0. What is the second size? 3. Okay, so j less than 3, j plus plus. What is the representation of this? It is representing inner loop and column loop. Here, now we just need to do it one is I, another one is j. So it means the same way, just we choose the dimension. Okay, just we increase the dimension. So it is 2 dimension array. It is a input for 2 dimension array. We just increase the dimension here. If we increase the dimension, we increase the loop also. So 2 dimension, 2 loops. If I'll take 3 dimension, 3 loops. So now here the same we will do for output process. Okay, so what we will do? I starts from 0 to, definitely the row loop is 2. So starts from 0 to 2. Now j loop for j starts from 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. So for this, the same we are using here. Now we need to make it 2 dimension. So it is same. It is for row and it is for column. Same in all the cases. Okay, whatever you are taking output, whatever you are taking input. So you have taken the input here. Now for output we need to make a format here. One is I we have, another one is J. Okay, so I already it is completed, so we will make for J as well. We will take here like this, 1 square bracket close for I and 1 square bracket open for J. Close it, and here we will put J is like that. So, and we will put here int J. This is for 2 dimension. Traversing of a 2 dimension array, or you can say 2D array. Traversing of a 2 dimension array or 2D array. Okay, now you can see this program. It is this is the declaration and initialization of 2 dimension array. This is the declaration and initialization of 2 dimension array. Here we are not doing initialization, only declaration, because we just declared an array. Declaration of a 2 dimension array. Okay, just declaration. It is called declaration. We are not putting value here. Initialization we are doing here. Initialization we are doing here. After this, whenever you just execute this program, you will check how many values, here how many values we need to give is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means 6 values. 2 multiplied by 3, 6 values. So we are giving instructions to the user, enter 6 values. Okay, so after this, whenever you execute it, the first value one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AR 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. What is the meaning of this? These are the 3 elements of first row. 0 represents the row, 1, 2, 3 represents the column. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Another one, second row. Second row represents by 1. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. It is a way to represent the elements from the array, but if I want to make it format here you can see all the data from the array, but the format is not like a matrix. If you want to take a matrix format, how can we do this? Now we are making a matrix format. How can we do this? In the output, we first not required endl here. We require endl here. Here we require separation for values. So here I used tab. Tab means to separate values. After executing this loop, I am just changing in output. I am not going to change anything in the input because we are only see the data in this format, display the data in this format, matrix format. Okay, so here it will change the row, next line, and L is using for next line, changing the row. Okay, this loop is a row loop, so that's why this cout we have used in the row loop, and to separate data inside the one row, so this is we will use for column loop. So now you can see the formatting after input your data, six values we put it. This is the row 1, this is the row 1, and this is the row 2. Yes, it is under the format, whatever the format you are looking for, 0 0 0 1 0 2, then second row 1 0 1 1 1 2. These are the values we are having from the array in the form of matrix, in the form of tabular form, row and column arrangement of data. The data in the form of row and column. It's row 1 and it's row 2. After that, column 1, column 2, column 3. So you can see here easily we have arrangement of data 2 by 3 order, 2 rows 3 columns. In the same format we are receiving our data. Or if you don't want to see what row, what column, so you can do one thing. Just remove it, make it comment, and you will see data. Now it is not showing you the location, it is just showing you the data. Okay, so now it's your choice. You want to make it 3 by 3 order, you want to make it 2 by 2 order, you want to make it 4 by 4 order, 4 by 2 order, 3 by 2 order. Just change the values here for size and change the values for the row to be executing, column to be executing, the loop. Okay, accordingly you can make it. It is a 2 dimension. It is a 2 dimension. Now we are implementing the steps for 3 dimension. We are taking here, what is the meaning of this? The meaning is, how many values we will contain here? 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3. It means 18 values. 2 multiply by 3 is 6, multiply by 3 become 18. So we need to take here 18 values. 18 values. So you can see here, we need to take the 3 dimension. So for 3 dimension we will use 3 loops. 3 dimension means 3D. And now I, j and one loop for k. For int k starts from 0 and we have 3 size. Okay, the third dimension of size 3. So k less than 3, k plus plus, same. And here we will put one loop body and we will put this particular inside this body. Now we need to make one more dimension for it, k. Now it is ijk, it is changed here. So this loop is this outer loop represents the number of tabular arrangements or number of matrix arrangements. How many tables, how many matrix we have. It depends on the outer loop. This is the outer loop. After that we have one inner loop. This inner loop, the first inner loop, it is a first inner loop. It represents the row loop. It represents the row loop. And then we have another loop. It is most innerest loop, most inner loop, or second inner loop. It represents the column. Okay, so how many rows and how many columns we can see from here. Understand? After that, come here in the output part. Here again we need to use the k loop. Okay, and this particular we can make it after this. Okay, this is I finish here, j finish here, and we can make a 1 for k. Okay, so for k also we need to do this activity. I am showing you just in all the ways. Okay, so this is I, this is j, This is K. This is for I, this is for J, and this is for K. Okay, each element it is IJK, no problem. First we will show without location, then we will show with location. Here you can see one thing, we have two different arrangements, one for matrix and one for row and column. So we want to separate column always with the help of tab and separate rows with the help of handle, and we want to separate the matrix also. So here we will take 2. So first just you see how many values we need to enter here, 18, yeah, and after that we have input 3 loops, and one more thing we will do it. It is done already, okay, it is done already. So just we make it is 3 dimension. So now if I execute it, you will see the data in which format. So 18 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, then this is matrix 1, this is matrix 2, 2 arrangements, okay, 2 different arrangements for row and column. Okay, so now if you want to make any other format, so you can take like this in the output. Where is our matrix loop? This is our matrix loop. Okay, you can write it here like cout /n/t, and I am writing here matrix matrix, and after this I am using here I plus 1, and then and L. So it will show you the matrix 1 result, and when it will be matrix 2, it will show you matrix 2 result. I will show you now the data. You can see it is matrix 1, it is matrix 2. Okay, so you need to be consider with where which loop is using for what. So this loop is using for matrix, we are using for matrix. Okay. If you want to show it is a first row, so put it here, the row 1. If you want to show it is column 1, put it here, it is column 1. Accordingly. Now I am showing you in another format with location. Now with location. Okay. With location. See why it is like that, because this 7 is 487. Okay, it makes a size for one tab for 2 digits because it is already keep all the size here for to showing the location, that's why. Okay, so if you take 2 digit, no problem at all, or take 1 digit, no problem. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. This is matrix 1. So the location is first element 0 0 0, location of second element for 0 0 1, location third element 0 0 2, then 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 0 1 2, 0 2 0, 0 2 1, 0 2 2. First matrix. Okay, second matrix starts from 1. These all values for the first dimension you can check here 0. Only we have a change in the second and third dimension according to the row and column. Here we have changed the first dimension 0 to 1. It means we are talking about the second matrix. And these are the 0 0, 0 1, 0 2. First row elements of the second matrix. 1 0, 1 1, 1 2. These are the second row elements of the second matrix. 2 0, 2 1, 2 2. These are the third row elements of the second matrix. Okay, this is the idea about to implement the 1 dimension, 2 dimension and then 3 dimension of the arrays. You can see here, first we have given the declaration of 3-dimension array. After that we have given here how many elements we need to enter, just we are giving the value here according to the user can understand. Then we apply the loop, one outer loop for number of tabular or matrix arrangements. Then we are putting the values for the matrix 1. After this, in the matrix 1 we have rows and columns. Okay, so these 2 dimensions are only having a data in the row and column arrangement. Okay, after that we will come to the output part. In output part these loops are same and we are showing data for matrix 1 and separately for matrix 2, because this is our number of arrangements, means table or matrix arrangement loop. This is for row and this is for column, the same. These are only the formattings in which way you want to represent your data, nothing else. Okay, so if you want to see data in this format, you can see in this format. If you don't want to see in this format, so you can see only the data, not location. Okay, here if you are applying this one, you will see data and location both. Okay, so now if you execute this, it is showing you the first you can see only data. It's matrix 1, it is matrix 2. Okay, this is the whole idea. As per location we input the value, and as per location we input the value for matrix 2 as well, and we have shown only the data for matrix 1 and matrix. It is the whole idea about the location and the values, how can we store it and how can we get from the array. Okay, it's nice.